Y'all, y'all, we need to talk. It is getting too juicy out here in these streets. Y'all, we need to talk about Pdiddy. We need to talk about Jayz, Beyonce involvement and all of this. I've been tapping on this for a while, you guys. I've been tapping on this for a while. Subscribe to the channel, guys. It is your girl, Tahira. I'm your supernatural quantum healer. I do past life regression quantum healing sessions. I also do light language readings and readings with my celestial sister, Kiahe, which is quantum telekinetic light language readings with remote healing, guys, where we go in and remove those soul tears, those soul ties, the trauma, the drama that has been plaguing your soul and keeping you down, guys. We get it in our sessions, and we're learning so much about your soul and our souls and the collective soul. So just go ahead and email me, instructions number 4 humanity@gmail.com. guys. And don't forget, I'm running half off on that telekinetic light language reading and to the end of the month, guys. So book. Everything is filling up fast. Okay, anywho, guys, let's talk about it. So then Diddy, they didn't just did Diddy. They didn't just did Diddy in. See, this is beautiful, guys. This is beautiful. At this point, I mean, do us psychics and mediums and healers and spiritualists and prophetess and prophets, do we even need to even tap into our abilities to figure this out? We don't. Guys, there comes a time where you reach spiritual enlightenment, and literally all you have to do is just talk, and everything you say is a prophecy. This is like where a lot of us are coming into this in this very important year of 2024, the year of the 8th, the year of truth, right? So this is kind of where I am. So I've been tapping on this for a while. We're going to break it down and what's really going on and see. Just like Kate Middleton's situation, guys, it ain't just about Kate. She's saying, dig deeper, dig deeper. What about Diddy? This is the theatrics. They are throwing you off. It ain't about Diddy at all. Y'all, let's come on. It's 2024, y'all. We gotta speed up. It's not about Diddy. This is a show. Diddy is Bate. I did another video about the singer Tyla, that Afrobeat singer, South African singer Tyla. She is industry Bate. That's what Diddy is. Diddy is Bate. I did so many different channelings, mediumship, me channeling under hypnosis. When he, you know, that lady, Kennedy, I forgot her name, but Miss Kennedy, just look down in my videos. It's all there. I've been tapping on this for a while. And even after I did that video, he tried to send me some psychic attacks, but he don't know. My spiritual team just like, whoop that ass. You know what I'm saying? No. Guys, I'm being silly. I'm being so silly, but seriously. He doesn't understand who he is. See, this is what Spirit is saying. They gave him a playground. It's like you give a fool something that you know the fool can't handle. This is how they were able to use him as bait. See, to the industry people, to all these elitists, Diddy was nothing more than a tool to bait other people in. That's what Diddy is. They gave him the money. They gave him the shiny suits. They gave him the cars and all of that. None of his businesses worked out. Every single last one of them did not work out because Diddy is what we call a bad businessman. But it's only because his ego is so big. See, when you have a big ego in business, you can't partner. You can't. You can't partner because you always think that someone's going to get more than you. And you notice how he always wanted to be out in the front of all his artists. This is what he's not a good partner. See, a good partner knows when to lay down and let the other partner shine, right? And vice versa. He's not a good partner. So if you can't even partner, which is the whole basis of business, then you have no business being in it. So he's absolute bait, but guys, it's bigger than him. They don't want him. They don't want him. I know this is going to sound strange. They want Beyonce. And they're going to use Diddy. And then they're going to take down Jayz. And it's going to lead us right to the beehive. Right to the beehive. I did this in another one of my videos, but Spirit was showing me. You have a honeycomb, right? You know that honeycomb with all those tiny holes? And it has honey in it. Then you have a queen bee. There's 2 Seans here, guys. There's Sean Carter, Jayz, Beyonce's husband, and then there's Sean Diddy Combs, Sean Puffy Combs. What a coincidence. Sean Combs was the honeycomb. This has been orchestrated by Jay-Z, but Jay-Z don't understand he's about to get got. See, I love when I can play spiritual chess, guys, because I just be sitting here. These people think they got it all figured out, but baby, I can see in the back of my head. I can see from up top, from down the bottom, and all of that. This is all Jay-Z now. But what he doesn't understand is that he's causing an investigation into himself now. This was what he was doing. He was trying to throw people off of his tracks for a long time, many years. He's been slowly putting these pedals down, although he's been colluding with Diddy. But at the same time, he's been throwing Diddy under the bus at the same time. So he's been playing both sides. He's always been a double agent. Spirit is saying he's a double agent, right? He can't be trusted at all. So it's almost in a way, it's like Diddy is his bait, because he's like two Seans, right? He just threw that out there to see what he could catch, or rather to see who the players are. Sean wanted to see who would get trapped in the Diddy honeycomb, who would get stuck to the honeycomb, right? That's what he wanted to see, because believe it or not, this guy is a little crafty. And I'm thinking that Jay-Z is a little bit of like a wizard or a warlock of some sort in the spirit. He doesn't know he's doing this in the physical. In the spirit, this is what I'm feeling that's in his lineage, because he is, when he plans things, he's not planning from this 3D. He's not even planning, these 3D, big wig people, they try to plan and they try to like look like from a bird's eye view. No, his is a little different, guys. He's crafty. He's crafty in the spirit. You know what I'm seeing? And so Beyonce is the queen bee, and the queen bee leads everyone to the hive. I've said this before. When Beyonce switched over to doing hip hop and Jay-Z came in, she started doing hip hop. This was on purpose. This is her priming humanity to get the energy right. See, guys, you don't understand that people can be used as agent provocateurs, agents of persuasion. They could be used to collectively take the collective heart, the collective soul, the collective goodness, and transfer all of that collective energy. And we, in a way, because we give it up through praise and worship at concerts, right? We give it up and they take that. That's why when you look at all those concerts, they got a bunch of portals and circles in the back. They are portaling you through. You see that? Look, spirit don't lie. My hand just made this and I pick up. See, I embody the message, right? So I can tell when people are coming through. See, this is Jay-Z's like warlock energy. It's not even Diddy's anymore, guys, because his energy and all his little medicine people, they have ran away. They've run away. So this is Sean's energy coming through, right? And this is why you always see Beyonce and him like that. Beyonce can't help but to make these signs, guys. She can, ooh, it feels so disgusting when I do that. Ew. She can't help it because it's priming, it's grooming. It's a track underneath, that all those words that he's talking, but he's secretly laying down spells, even to Beyonce, right? And it's like a track that's playing in the background. So she's doing all these things, even if she doesn't know. She's very much aware of it, but even when she's not aware, this is what I'm saying. So this guy, Sean Combs, wanted to lead everyone to the honeycomb, to Sean Diddy Combs. Because why did he want that? He used Beyonce, got her involved in hip hop, transferred everyone that was like in pop music and R&B, and we just wanted to have fun and have songs about love. Nope. He infected that with hip hop, because I told y'all they destroyed hip hop a long time ago. Anything that's popular music, remember back in the day when they used rock and roll, we were all listening to rock and roll and those 80 love ballads, they totally used that. They put a bunch of alcohol and drugs and ran that whole thing rampant. All these people were on heroin, this and that, and methamphetamine, all because of that. Then they ran through hip hop. This is what they've been doing to the collective. I'm here to expose, guys, what's been going on. They've been doing this to the collective for so long, and they have ruined hip hop. They infected and they used the queen bee to get y'all all involved in hip hop. Okay? And now that energy that you guys were exerting out to Beyonce, we all did it, has now got stuck to that honeycomb. So now it's like Beyonce's energy is a cap to capture every single one in the beehive in that honeycomb. P. Diddy honeycomb represents the lower aspect of humanity. That just part of you, that's cardinal part of you that just wants to eat good and live good and have money, this and extravagance and, you know, do all these crazy sexual acts. Like, this is what he represents. And then Beyonce got what? More sexier and sexier, more revealing. She's been naked and wearing, you know, swimsuits on stage, you know? And we don't think anything of it. Even myself, we say, it's just entertainment. But in truth, this is what was going on. Now, we have not only the people that were in rock and roll, in hip hop, we have all of the people around the world that listen to Beyonce, even the children stuck in this honeycomb. And the wizard, Jayz, has been orchestrating all of this. But of course, he's working for what we call white zaddy. I don't even know what that goes, but Spirit is saying this is who he's working for. He's working for a larger system because somehow he thought that Sean Combs was the only bait. But he doesn't understand that there's levels to this ish. There's levels to it. And now that the roost has come home, he sees with his eyes, oh boy, I think I may have created a monster, or I think I may have also been used as bait to get the collective energy. They got that collective energy that way. But what happens? What happens when you're done using someone? You always break your tools. That's what he doesn't understand. Jayz doesn't understand. The warlock doesn't understand that when Hollywood uses you, at the end, it breaks their tools so that no one could come and follow the trail. And he was used as a tool to bring people over, getting Beyonce heavily into hip hop, all scantily dressed, bringing everybody over to that disgusting honeycomb. And look, Sean Puffy Combs was just sitting there eating it up. I'm big and this and that and shiny pants and suits and extravagant alcohol, hanging out, drinking everywhere, yachts and but they gave a fool a toy because they knew that the fool would break the toys. They knew it. The system with Diddy was never supposed to be everlasting. It never was. He was like a freaking kid in a sandbox. Here's a bunch of stuff to play with. Okay. Seriously, guys, like, I don't know, and I ain't tooting my own horn or not, but I mean, like, I thought, ain't men supposed to be smarter than women? I mean, you're supposed to know all this stuff, Diddy, and yet you as dumb as a bag of rocks at the end of the day. You are. Guys, I've partied with Diddy multiple times. I used to be in the music industry. My best friend used to work, had a studio in Robin Thicke's house. I love Robin Thicke. But, you know, they used to do some dodgy things. So we were very young, and I used to be in a music group, and I used to be a songwriter, and I used to be a producer at Judge Judy. I had a whole life, guys, in LA, a whole life, right? So we part every year. My birthday fell on the BET Awards. So every year on the BET Awards, June 24th, we would always go to Robin Thicke's house, and weirdly enough, P. Diddy would host his after party for the BET Awards at Robin Thicke's house. Now, I think that's very strange. Why are you having it at Robin Thicke's house? But I'm not even going to dig into that. But every year, for years and years and years, we went there. I mean, every celebrity. I mean, you name it, all the A-listers. They were there. But then after the party ends, see, we just know when to leave, guys. The atmosphere will start to shift. It'll get very dark. And back then, I didn't know all this, but I kind of secretly knew it. At a certain time, I start gathering up my friends, and I'm like, it's time to go. And one time, my girlfriend was like, oh, they're asking me to stay for the after party. I was like, no, you won't. You ain't staying nowhere. I'm taking your butt home, dropping you off back to your daddy, okay? Nah, not on my watch. You know, I was a mama bear. Back then, guys, I never had drinking alcohol. I never tasted alcohol until I was 30, right? I never drank alcohol. I never smoked. I never did anything. And like, so some of my friends, they didn't want to party with me because I was kind of like the mama of the group, right? But no, I just had to keep watch over her. So what happens after the party? Goers go, there's the after party, and those people would be having straight on you know what I mean. If you know, then you know. And then the whole nine, you could just imagine. You guys have heard all the things about Diddy. You could honestly just imagine what was going on. So, I've seen him move for about 20 years. I've seen him move, and he's gotten increasingly more disgusting as time goes by. So the whole point I'm getting at is that I saw a vision of Beyonce. She was heavily pregnant with twins, but she was going through a divorce. And this was like a few months ago, right? Maybe 4 or 5 months ago. She's not pregnant with twins, but what is she pregnant with? The second act of the Renaissance. This is why we're seeing twins. I do believe that she will be going through this divorce during this second act. And Spirit has just told me, which prompted me here, is that they're already separating houses because Jay-Z is his whole plan. Let's divorce, Beyonce, me and you. Let's put all of my things safe so it's safe for you and the children, and then myself, after I get myself out of this mess, because he's very optimistic. He thinks that Zaddy is going to be helping him get out of this, but he doesn't understand that he's Bate too. He's just a tool. And so he thinks that Beyonce is doing the divorce so that he can save all his assets. But secretly, Beyonce is really divorcing your butt. Seriously, that's what's happening. So this has been happening for months behind the scenes, right? So I don't know if we're going to hear about it in the public, but it's already going down. She is going through a divorce during the second act of the Renaissance. This is what's happening. But in truth, they really want Beyonce. See, and I don't even think Jay-Z knew, and Jay-Z might have known. Everything comes back around because you don't get to get out of this, Beyonce, just because you didn't know. It doesn't matter. Our souls have to learn. When you do something wrong, even the things that I didn't know about, did I have to not learn and get reprimanded for it? Absolutely. So in the end, even though she was innocent, but she took the whole thing. She led people there. She led the collective to that honeycomb, to that hip-hop honeycomb, to that, and she stuck them there. Mind you, she's living an opposite life. She's married with children and everything, but she's living a totally opposite life, but she led the collective right to that honeycomb, right? And so you do have to pay for that. And I really do like Beyonce's music, but you know what the industry does, guys. They always break their tools. The industry has no loyalty to anyone but the industry, but to Satan. If that was a thing, right? I believe it's an energy, to that energy, right? That is what they're loyal to. So if the energy of the Satan says we need another sacrifice, they keep wanting more and more flesh. If they want Beyonce, that's what they're going to give them. And then they're going to break the tools that helped. Jay-Z was a tool that helped prime Beyonce, get her ready for implantation into this new life and merging the pop, the R&B and the hip hop. And then it just took off from there. So you don't even need to be a psychic, guys, to figure this stuff out anymore. It's like so obvious. He is going down. They're going through a divorce. He thinks Beyonce is going to help him out of it. But in truth, she's really divorcing you. But in truth, Beyonce, they want you because you are the prime candidate. Look what happened to Michael Jackson. They will always build you up. And the moment you get too big for your britches, Michael Jackson was buying the Beatles catalog. He was buying a lot of things. He was going to own like half a Sony or something crazy like that. Then they broke him. Beyonce's coming out with that country album. They don't want, her to reclaim that genre because that was like the early music, right? That Black, so to speak, Americans were doing, right? We used to call it folk, but it was like folk country, right? Back in the day. And then it was, for many, many years, just taken over by, certain demographics. They don't want her circling the block and getting back in that music. I believe that this is a catalyst for them wanting to start looking into Beyonce too. Okay? I'm going to leave this video here and we will circle back around with all of these things. Subscribe to the channel, book a session with me, email me instructions4humanity@gmail.com, and I will see you guys in the next one.